Our ability to respond is enhanced by becoming more of a sovereign being. A sovereign, self-governed, self-ruled, and self-controlled person takes personal responsibility over their thoughts, emotions, and actions, which are the only things we have a right to control. Creating institutions of power and control to govern our lives and do things for us is abdication of personal responsibility. Taking personal responsibility for our thoughts, emotions, and actions is the basis for discovering and understanding natural law. We have to be honest with ourselves to face what we are currently choosing to be through the three manifestations of consciousness. Taking a paycheck to violate other people's rights is not acceptable. Currently, our economic system and basis for survival promotes such positions to be filled in order to survive. But it is not simply just a matter of doing a job. Following orders is not an excuse for violating the natural law rights of others when you do not have a right to do that. So Gerald Massey said, "They must find it difficult, those who have taken authority as truth rather than truth as authority." That's a big problem in the world. People don't care about truth and morality. Once you do, you get to understand this and you can delve deeper into more levels of truth and morality rather than keep denying it and rejecting it. And even if you tell yourself you believe that truth is the authority, then why don't you seek truth and morality more? Why are you constantly rejecting facts that are coming out in the medical establishment? Facts about diet and health. No, you want to make up lies in order to validate your current behavior and justify your actions of immorality against other non-human animals. You don't care about truth. Your authority is you. You're being the God, the arbiter of truth in your own life to dictate what actions are right and wrong. You don't care about right and wrong objectively. You don't care about morality and truth. Really, deep down, no, you don't. You still need more love. What I mean is you need more care for truth. You need more self-love. You need more of that force of love, which is truth. You need to care for truth and love. You need to care for truth and morality more in order to understand the depths of how you are failing morally, because you don't have the truth, because you're rejecting it, because you're in fear of it, because you don't want to change your ways, because you don't want to admit how you're participating in evil and immorality. So anything you can do to reject it and deny facts about reality is what you will do, because you do not actually care for truth and morality. Because truth and morality is not your authority in life. It is mine. It is my capital. It's the most important thing in my life is truth and morality, and it is what dictates what I do. I try to align myself every day more and more with truth and morality. This same story has happened many times in our recent history and further back. There are those who accept claims of authority over other living beings and assert their natural law rights. Soviet Russia, Nazi Germany, and going back every century into the Roman times, and even before that, there have always been people who have claimed imaginary rights of authority over others. Those who line up and take orders are automatons, imagining that they can give up their personal responsibility for the wrong actions they commit and claim it's all just a job and they are just following orders. Excuses, justifications, and defensive rationalizations are always employed by those who need to validate their wrongs they are engaged in. People want to claim that they are not responsible for what happens as a result of their actions. But the truth is that they are. They simply want to be irresponsible so that they can continue doing what they are doing without pointing the finger at themselves. Instead, pointing the finger at someone else and claiming someone else is responsible for their behavior. And it's the same thing I've had in talking about the animal issue and veganism. People want to claim that, that doesn't make me immoral, that doesn't make me bad, and da-da-da. They just want to avoid taking personal responsibility. That's all it is. They don't want to take personal responsibility for their actions because they don't want to face the mirror and admit what they're actually engaging in is wrong and it makes them wrong. Because they're all trapped in ego. They can't admit that they're wrong. Because if you could admit that you were wrong, then you would possibly be able to admit that what you're engaging in is wrong. But you can't. So you engage in justifications and excuses ad infinitum going in circles and circles just so you don't have to admit that what you're doing is wrong, because you can't face yourself in the mirror, because you don't have the self-love to admit when you're doing something bad, because you're so weak inside. Because if you did have the self-love, anything bad that you do, you'd be readily able to admit, you'd be willing to look into it, because you do have the self-love and the courage and the self-honesty and the self-responsibility to want to know the self-knowledge, to want to know knowledge about yourself, about how corrupted you are, how evil you are, how immoral you are. But since you have apathy for truth, you're ignorant for truth, and you fear truth, and you're a coward for truth, and you're lazy for truth, and you won't live in it. Because you don't want to be responsible. You don't want that self-responsibility. So what do you need? You need to learn more self-knowledge, more self-love. Have courage to face yourself in the mirror. If you're not facing yourself in the mirror, you don't have courage. You're a coward. Welcome to 99% of the world and 99% of the truth movement. People who don't really care about truth and morality, who are